One of the greatest gifts you can give to those around you who you are charged to grow in spiritual formation and Christian leadership is your own capacity to stay a learner. I think it's impossible for us to help others grow in Christian formation and leadership without us continually being people who are learning, humbly asking questions, and seeing God continue to grow us, our character, our heart, and our capacity. So one of the gifts you can give to those who follow you is the model of a tender, learning heart. And creating an institution like a church or a mission agency that has a learning heart together is one of the things that you as a leader can do the most. Now, you as a leader may not be the primary leader of your institution, but you can be a leader within the institution at the very lowest levels or even in the middle by modeling and demonstrating a learning and teachable heart. The ability to let people from every level of the institution and those around you be a teacher to you, as well as opportunities for you to be a teacher to them. In mentoring, there's lots of ways that that relationship works. I often am mentored by people who are above me, people who've gone ahead of me, who are older than me, who have skills and abilities that far exceed mine. And that's a good relationship. I can ask questions and I can gain so much insight and wisdom into the world. But there's a whole host of mentors that might be on my own level that if I don't have eyes to see them, I will miss the opportunity to have my life enriched and my ministry grown. I need the humility to ask my peers questions, to identify people who are peers to me, but who have gifts and capacities that I don't, and say, hey, listen, could you help me with that? We have to have the capacity to let our peers be our instructors and let our peers be people who come alongside us and grow us in understanding of who God is and how to walk with Him. And of course, there's always people who are younger than me, who are not as far along in their journey of Christ. And I have to remember I can learn something from them too. I remember when I was an InterVarsity Christian staff person, I had a large team of younger leaders under me while I was in my 30s. And they instructed me on transparency and vulnerability. I was stunned often how they would come to me and open their lives to me. They discipled me in that character trait. They taught me the value of humble openness about a life. I saw how God used it in their lives to grow them and to transform their lives. And my goal was to become more like the people that followed me. There's things for us to learn from people ahead of us. There's things for us to learn from people who are on our level, our peers. And there's things for us to learn from people who follow us. If we stay teachable and humble, we can set a pattern for those people who follow us of becoming a learning person, never giving up, never growing, never completing our journey. Eugene Peterson would often say that when it comes to spiritual formation, we're always beginners. We have to remind ourselves that no matter how long we walk with God, we're always beginning, we're always learner, we're always just starting to mature in Christ. This year, I'm celebrating my 40th anniversary of walking with Jesus. The Lord met me as a young 16-year-old high school student. I have not stopped learning. I've not stopped growing. And in some ways, at 40 years in, I'm realizing how much further I have to go. In my early 20s, I thought I was mature. I was arrogant and full of myself. And as I've matured, I begin to realize how much farther I have. And I realize also that that awareness is a gift to those around me. You and I, as leaders, have to lead with our humility and lead with our ability to model learning and transformation along the way.